Welcome, everybody. This is the MasterClass. My name is Patricknazareth. I have around 30 years of experience in teaching, and I would like to help dispel your doubts, should you have any. Today, we look at the story The Girl Who Can, written by Ama Ata Aidoo. Ama Ata Aidoo was born in 1942, and she died recently in 2023. She came from the country of Ghana. She is a renowned author, playwright, poet, and academic. She was always one of Africa's leading literary voices, known for addressing feminist themes, subjects such as post-colonial identity, education, gender inequality, and tradition versus modernity. She had the distinction of serving as Ghana's Minister of Education and was also a professor and activist in that country. She is responsible for many works, among whom The Dilemma of a Ghost and Our Sister Killjoy are noteworthy. Why should the fact that you are a girl or any physical attribute define you? This is what the story deals with. We have Adjoa. She's a 7-year-old girl. She lives in Hasodzi, Ghana, with her mother, who she calls Mommy, and a grandmother, who she calls Nana. We are told that her village is extremely fertile, but unfortunately Africa experiences drought. Adjoa struggles with her inner thoughts. The reason being she is growing, she doesn't have a lot of control over her language, but she's a very inquisitive child. She has questions about everything. So whom does she turn to for answers? Her Nana. She speaks to her, and then she tells her, "Look, this is what I thought." And Nana would lean into her and tell her, "Please, don't say that to anybody else," and then burst out laughing. She used to laugh so much that the tears used to run down her face. And other women used to come by. Other people used to come by, and Nana used to repeat the story to them, so that at any time there might be 2, there might be 3, there might even be 4 people laughing till they cried. Now, the 2 people she most admires and loves are her Nana and her Mammy, but they are always arguing about one particular subject, Adjoa's legs. Nana considers them unfit for a girl. She is worried. Would her granddaughter be able to have children? Would she be able to bear children properly? This makes her mother upset, and she tries to argue with the Nana. But every time she does so, Nana brings up the subject of the father. Apparently, he was a person whom the mother married against Nana's will and who is no longer in the picture. So whenever this topic comes up, it pains Mammy deeply and also makes her go quiet. Adjoa hears this frequent criticism about her legs so much that she starts to wonder, what is the difference between my legs and other people's legs? She wants to see people who are childbearing. What do their legs look like? But it's not as if they are communally bathing together. Even when she does get a chance, an opportunity to bathe with children her age, their legs look the same. The only other legs she sees are Mammy's and Nana's. And since they've had children already, perhaps they must be the type that everyone is looking for. What happens next? Adjoa is sent to school. This is also a topic of discussion between Nana and Mammy. But here Mammy wins because she doesn't want Adjoa to grow up like her. She wants her to learn things, to be able to converse, to be able to stand as an equal with somebody else. And she convinces Nana that if her legs are no good, maybe people will marry her for her studies. Nana agrees and she sends Adjoa to school. The school is 5 kilometers away. You would be forgiven for thinking that it's a long way to walk there and back every day. But it is not a hardship for the little girl because she enjoys studying. She does well in school, especially in running. She wins everything the school has to offer. In fact, she is so good that her name is sent up to the district level. When Nana is told of this, when Mammy is told of this, Nana herself goes to the school to confirm, is this true? Has my granddaughter actually been chosen? And it turns out that she has. What does Nana do? She starts washing her uniform. She borrows an iron from her neighbor. She starts ironing her uniform. And this opens a new chapter in Adjoa's life, because when she stands on the parade ground, her uniform is clean, it is shiny, and everyone's attention is drawn to it. It is district sports week. The child is representing the school. Nana makes sure she attends it every day. She has a bowl of starched clothes. The clothes are starched so much that they literally creak when Nana walks. Each day, she will change into a new outfit and she will come. At the sports, Adjoa doesn't just win one, but she wins multiple trophies in the district. She is awarded the best all-rounder trophy. Now, Nana is proud of her. She carries the trophy as if it was her baby across her back. She goes back and shows it to Mammy, and then only does she reach it to the principal of the school. When she looks at Adjoa now, Nana keeps on muttering to herself, that okay, the thin legs that I thought were good for nothing, turns out they are good for something. They're good for running. And my daughter is becoming famous as a runner. People know of her. She is proud and happy. Adjoa is quiet. She looks down at her legs and wonders, am I good for childbearing now? Because now Nana doesn't seem to be unhappy anymore. And she is glad that she had the opportunity to show that her legs were good for anything, not just tell people that they were. Who are the characters in the story then? Adjoa, who is the child narrator of the story and a very intelligent girl. She cannot understand why she is always the subject of argument between her mother and grandmother, between Mammy and Nana. Nana, an elderly, overbearing grandmother, a traditional person. She loves her granddaughter, but she worries about her future. Mammy, the mother, a gentle and timid person who always tries to defend her daughter and insists that she be educated. In passing, we hear about Adjoa's father, somebody who was considered unsuitable to be Mammy's husband, who is no longer in the picture. What are the settings in this particular story? Asoji, a village in central Ghana. You have settings inside the village. We are told about the family compound with its small bathhouse behind the hut. We are told about the river nearby where children play. The small town where the local school is situated 5 kilometers from the village. District sports competition is held there, and we are told about the school field and the parade grounds. What literary devices are used by the author? The first person narrative of the child. We hear her voice. It creates a feeling between her and between us. It highlights the gap that exists between children and adults. Irony, the very object which Nana considered her greatest obstacle to succeeding in life, her legs, become the reason that people praise her. The adults cannot see the potential of the child. There is repetition. Nana keeps on emphasizing how Adjoa's legs need meat, need good calves, which keeps on reminding us that traditional expectations of society weigh heavily on children everywhere. There is interior monologue, where Adjoa talks with herself, where we have a glimpse into her own wisdom and how frustrated she is with the behavior of the adults. There is symbolism. Legs symbolizes both weakness as well as the actual strength. There is dialogue. These conversations between Nana and Mammy, between Nana and the granddaughter, it reveals character relationships. It shows us the generation gaps that exist, as also cultural tensions. There is contrast here. Adjoa's inner maturity and the way people look at her as a child. There is criticism and the pride that they eventually get in the child. And of course, the beautiful imagery. Descriptions of Nana's actions and the environment. For example, legs with meat, laughing until tears run. The way she describes the starched dresses, and so on. The themes running through this story. Body image. How society looks upon femininity as somewhat a traditional role and uses the body to shame the child. There are gender roles. A girl child is expected to grow up and become a good mother. Doesn't that put a full stop to her potential, looking at her as only a childbearing person? There is conflict. There are 3 generations over here, the grandmother, the mother, and the child. And all 3 are in conflict with each other, and we can see how each one's thinking is more progressive. There is also voice, how to express oneself, how to ensure that what one is feeling and thinking is being able to be brought out. There is how a person can be empowered if one achieves something. If you do well in any field, how it can lead to you feeling good about yourself. And finally, love. No matter how harshly Nana criticizes her daughter, her granddaughter, she loves them a lot. And that is brought out beautifully in the story, especially with the way Nana's attitude changes. That's the chapter then there for you. I do hope I have been able to help. If I have, please remember to like, subscribe and share. There might be others out there who would need our help. Thank you so much for watching.